Welcome back to the Donington National Circuit for Thundersport Elite. It's time for the GP1 class, and on pole position is number 74 Curtis Wright, who of course won the 600 Elite Championship last year. But we welcome this man to the grid for this weekend, Michael Dunlop. Yes, it is Michael Dunlop on the Milwaukee Yamaha, racing up against the likes of Adam Shelton here on the Scruss Racing Kawasaki. Now Michael, not normally a contestant in short circuit racing. You would probably naturally expect him to come here and absolutely clean up, and he did win a race yesterday, but these guys have been keeping him honest. He's here testing, of course, that Milwaukee Yamaha ahead of the TT, and we're delighted to have him here as he tries to win this race. Now he's up against two sturdy competitors, number 61 Adam Shelton and Curtis Wright. We saw so much of them last year, and they are very strong once again. Phil Crowe is out there as well, of course, championship leader. Oh my word, that is an enormous high side into turn one. Now then, who on earth was that as they went down? That was massive. There's a couple of riders down. Red flags are out here, and we will get a completely new restart, but that was an enormous crash. I hope everyone is A-OK after that one. Just coming out of Red Gate Corner. The fans in the grandstand are looking forward to the restart, though. There you see on the right, on the white BMW, Curtis Wright. In the middle on the Milwaukee Yamaha, Michael Dunlop on the TT winner, of course, and a good start on the orange Kawasaki from Scruffs Racing rider Adam Shelton, who's come into this weekend with a spring in his step. Fourth place there is last year's Golden Era Superbike champion Shane Pearson. Good to see Shane up there, of course. This is effectively his local round. The Melted Sliders team hail from just down the road, but it's Curtis Wright with the advantage ahead of Adam Shelton and Michael Dunlop. I can barely believe I'm saying that in this Thundersport race. It's great to have him with us. Phil Crowe, a good start this time around. Also, the championship leader and former champion, number 71. There's Neil Watson. This grid is packed full of talent. It's Wright that leads from Shelton. We're on board now with Adam Shelton in second place. Curtis Wright has gone wide there, and this may well allow Adam Shelton up the inside as we go up into the blind entry of Compass. You can see how blind it is there. He clips the apex and then on the power as early as you dare. Around onto the back straight then, and here we go. It is Adam Shelton that has this advantage, but here comes Michael Dunlop up the inside on the Milwaukee Yamaha, number 31. He's got the inside line. We're on board with Shelton now. Curtis Wright has gone through. Curtis Wright's gone wide. Adam Shelton goes through with Michael Dunlop in just behind him, number 31. In third, but where on earth has Curtis Wright just disappeared to? He's gone straight on, completely disappeared. The pole man is gone. It's Shelton that leads from Michael Dunlop, number 31, and Phil Crowe in third place. Of course, Phil Crowe himself racing in a few TTs over the last couple of years, and we'll be doing the same again this year. Round Craner curves and now down into the old hairpin. It's Adam Shelton we're on board with, though, the Scruss Racing Kawasaki rider, a Thundersport 500 champion. He dominated that class a few years back, but now he's been overtaken by Michael Dunlop. Round Schwantz curve, up into McLean's we go now for Dunlop ahead of Shelton. These guys are really pushing it, and Phil Crowe is closing now in third as well. Now into Coppice Corner. Oh, and Dunlop's gone down. We're on board with Shelton, and Dunlop has lost the front, or has he just decked out? I'm not sure, but Dunlop has gone out of this race, and that's a shame. Let's just see a replay of that. Yeah, he's just lost the front there into Coppice. It's so easy to do. I hope he's all right. The bike has taken a right pounding there. Look at that. Cartwheeling over towards the barriers, and well, Michael's out of this race. I hope that he's okay. It's a shame, because that was looking like being a nice battle out front between the Milwaukee Yamaha man, Michael Dunlop. It's been brilliant him being here, though. It's been great for everyone else as well. So it looks like we're down to these two at the front. Adam Shelton, number 61, known as the Stinger back in the day, from Hessel near Hull, and Scruffs Racing sponsorship. He's a lively character, is Adam Shelton, on a motorcycle. From the moment we saw him on a super team back in 2008, we knew that there was something special going on. He was a race winner back then, but he's gone really wide into the old hairpin. We're on board with him now, and you'll see big Phil Crowe there go alongside him and past him as we go round Schwantz curve. Phil Crowe has got the bit between his teeth again at the start of this season. He's had a couple of seasons where he's been in the TT and maybe not quite been at it at short circuit racing. Not so this year. Further back there, we just saw Adam Revel, who I have to say, since moving on to a Superstock 1000 bike, has looked superb after winning the pre-national 600 championship. Then it's another former Thundersport champion, Shane Pearson, up behind it. Someone else has gone down now over on the exit of Coppice Corner. It's not the leaders, because there they are, Phil Crowe and Adam Shelton. Who has gone down there then? I've got a feeling, you know, it might be the commentary curse, because let's wait and see. But I've just been speaking up Adam Revel, and I've got a feeling, yeah, he's not a part of that group. So Adam Revel has gone down. Apologies, Adam, for the commentary curse. On board is Shelton again. Great view on board here with Adam the Stinger Shelton as he goes underneath Phil Crow, and we go around Hollywood. This is a great opportunity, by the way, for Shelton to pick up on some points, because third overall in the championship coming into this weekend behind Curtis Wright, who went AWOL earlier on, and of course behind Phil Crow, who picked up so many points back at Brands Hatch. He only dropped 5 with 2 race wins. There is Curtis, in fact. Now then, whereabouts is Curtis out on circuit? He's way back at the moment. He's got a lot of work to do. Some sorts of problems there for him. But he is, I tell you, he's actually fighting his way up in towards the points. So Curtis, right, how important will those points prove to be if he can nurse that BMW back round to the finish line? These are your race leaders. Adam Shelton it is with the advantage. This is the battle for 3rd place. That there is number 87, Billy Mellor. Billy Mellor, well, I remember when Billy burst onto the scene on a 600 a few years back and won a couple of 600 races with Thundersport. He then, of course, got signed up by the HM plant team at British Superbike for a couple of seasons. I've not seen him much recently, but here he is fighting with another British Championship competitor, Kingsley Ruddy. Dave Brooke has had a really strong start to the season. Chris Barnes is there, Steve Parsons as well. This, I tell you, you look down the top 20 of this grid and it is a who's who of celebrities in terms of Thundersport Championships and Thundersport winners. There's so many classy riders in this field, and it's being proven here by a couple of riders that have done very well at British Championships, struggling to keep up with the likes of Shelton and Crow out front. There's Pearson, last year's Golden Era Superbike champion, up ahead of Steve Parsons, who is moved on to that bike, having won a numerous amounts of pre-national 600 races last year. Giraffe Racing, that Kawasaki man, of course, and it's called Giraffe Racing because he's got a long neck, and you'll see that later on in the season. You won't mind me saying that. Across the line we go. It is the last lap for number 61, Adam Shelton. What a race this has been for the Kawasaki rider. It's a shame that Michael Dunlop has exited the scene, and Curtis Wright, because we could have probably had a 4-way fight here for the lead overall. I can tell you Curtis Wright is on for a top 10 finish here, by the way, further back, and that's worth pointing out because later in the season it's surely going to be a championship fight between Curtis Wright, Adam Shelton and this man here, Phil Crow, depending on how many rounds Phil can make due to his road racing duty. Further back here is number 25 and number 181. 25 is Ben Wiley. Ben Wiley, ex-British Championship rider. In fact, I remember rolling up in the British Super Teams with Ben Wiley back in 1999. He's another rider that has spent a lot of time out on the roads over the last few years, and he was battling with Neil Watson there, one of the British Army race team riders. 61 though, Adam Shelton. This has been a class ride from the Stinger, and he gets his championship well on track here. Across the line, checkered flag out. Shelton wins it from championship leader Phil Crow, and in 3rd place across the line goes Kingsley Ruddy ahead of Billy Mellor. Kingsley Ruddy's on a GP1 bike though, so Billy Mellor will line up 2nd overall in the stock 1000 class, 3rd in the stock 1000 class, but 5th overall goes to Dave Brooke. And then it's Chris Barnes in 6th. By the way, that win for Adam Shelton. Donington Park Racing have an annual trophy called the Squib Burton Trophy, and there you can see Adam Shelton, the winner of that, holding that aloft as well. As he finishes in the Superstocks ahead of Billy Mellor and Dave Brooke. In the GP1s, Phil Crow the winner from Kingsley Ruddy, and Curtis Wright, who ended up finishing in 9th overall. And in the pre-national thousands, it's Michael Mace, Jack York and Gary Woodward.
Adam, what a fantastic race, and you saw poor old Michael Dunlop off, you give him a hard time, and now you've got to carry all that silverware.
Well, at first when I got here I was just honoured to be on the same grid, to be honest, but yeah, it's a completely different discipline riding the 1000. It's take like quite a few days to get the sort of system down of putting the power to the floor. That's the main thing. Starting to gel with it, really pleased, you know, and just want to say a massive thanks to Scuffs Workwear. They're the reason we're here. Myrtle, come on, Rapier Paintwork, OC Graphics, 5 Ways. If I've missed you, it's so hard to remember. I didn't expect to be here, but thank you very much, and I'm honoured for this one as well, so I'll be putting that away somewhere special. Thank you.
Phil, what a great race, actually. I mean, that was nip and tuck, actually, a lot closer
Yeah, it was a good race, yeah. I mean, yesterday I threw it away, had a silly crash, exactly the same crash as Michael's had today, same corner, same accident, exactly the same spot. The black lines nearly overlay each other, and that issue raised a few questions over the harder front tyre yesterday, so we've gone back to the softer front tyre and found a lot more grip. So that's just upped the confidence a little bit, but we're still a little bit rusty after the accident, building up to it, so hopefully we can up the game a little bit in the next one and have a race with Adam or whoever, or Michael, or anybody else is there. I think we can run at the front now. Yesterday was a bad day, but try and put it right today.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it already. Who do you want to thank, Phil?
Yeah, big list of sponsors that just go on and on. Hand Trans Haulage, Chef Pack Export Packaging, Danny Tomlinson Racing, Silcoline Oils, B&C Express, Whole Beach Motorcycle Tyres. Let me just have a look at my bike, see if I can pick any more. Fleetwood Grab Services, Apache Customs. There's just a list that goes on and it never ends.
Michael, another win. You had one win yesterday, and then just like London buses, they all come at once.
Well, yeah, first time winning at Thundersport. It was cracking yesterday after the confusion, but to do it properly today, I'm over the moon. Can't be happier.
Oh, that's brilliant. Anybody thank?
Yeah, we've got Nick Herod at Three Way Homes and Barton Electrical. Massive support for the last 18 months and wouldn't be here without him. I've got James and the gang at Dynamite Gym in Loughborough trying to get me a bit fitter because I've been a bit overweight recently, but it's not doing too bad now. The old boy who I've dragged around the country everywhere, worked through the night on the bike. So it's just great to finally start coming good. And everyone else that's helped me, I can't remember you all, but hopefully we'll get some more in later on.
That's it then from the GP1s. They'll be back out later. Coming up after the break though, the A&R Racing Pre-National Sport 600s Race 2.